With the U.S. and Israel's campaign against Iran now in its sixth day, more than 2,000 Canadians are asking for help from the Canadian government to get out of the Middle East.
Yeah, it's tense times indeed. CTV Scott Hurst is live this morning with more on the conflict in Iran. Scott, escalating, right now, so it's prompting our government to provide some options to help Canadians leave the Middle East. What about these plans? What can you tell us here?
Good morning, Nick and Jen. This is how quickly things can escalate, how quickly the situation can evolve in the Middle East, and how volatile it can get. The Canadian government started yesterday by saying they weren't offering any assisted departures, but by the end of the day, we saw the Foreign Affairs Minister detailing these plans to get Canadians out of the region. And really, there are three ways the Canadian government is trying to get Canadians out of the region. As you mentioned, there are more than 2,000 requests for Canadians to get out. Here's more from the Minister of Foreign Affairs on breaking down these couple options.
1, a limited number of chartered flights. 2, block booking of seats on commercial flights. 3, ground transportation services, certain cases where it is safe to do so. This morning, 75 people departed from Beirut on a commercial flight with seats that we reserved. Another 200 seats have been reserved over the next 3 days for people who wish to leave Beirut.
So that is Minister Anita Anand breaking down the ways the government is trying to get Canadians out and the way some Canadians have already left. There are more than 106,000 Canadians registered with the government across the Middle East. As we said, there are more than 2,000 who've requested to leave. The most of the requests coming from the United Arab Emirates, where there are more than 1,100 Canadians trying to get out of the region. There's limited airspace and limited commercial flights that are available in the UAE. The Canadian government is working on confirming contracts to charter flights for Canadians. This is contingent on the necessary approval, what the Foreign Affairs Minister said she has already put in that request with the government of the United Arab Emirates. So there are ways include, charter flights, as we mentioned, block booking some flights, and then also some ground transportation, particularly in Israel, where flights out are not an option right now. The Israeli government, according to Minister Anand, is offering some bus service, at least to Egypt, to get Canadians to safe passage.
Yeah, it's complicated times indeed. That is CTV Scott Hurst live for us. Scott, appreciate that.